Lord. Yeah. Want me to start it?
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee high above all nations of the earth.
But you got to follow the laws of God. No, if you don't follow them, the curses will come up on you. That's the good thing about following God's law. You'll be blessed on everything you do.
Right. You want to keep going?
Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
28 and 15. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right, hold on. Now, these are the curses that are going to happen to you when you don't follow God's laws. And believe me, ain't no way escaping.
Nope. You stuck.
Read.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
As we go out in the city, you see our people, some homeless, some just out there wearing short shorts and just having a good old time, ain't worried about nothing.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
We go to work, we have discrimination at work. We get laid off, or you know it.
First fire, last hire.
End up picking cotton when we should be the ones making them pick the cotton.
Con.
Yeah. Verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
When we go shopping, we have problems in the grocery store. Most times we run out of money. You can't buy what you need because the prices are so high. What say curse has to be what?
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Verse 18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Well, and the fruit, we produce fruit. We don't even produce the fruit. We have to buy it. So we curse in that matter. Back in slavery, when we worked in their fields, we couldn't get none of the fruit unless they decided to give us some.
They weren't doing that.
And so they were selling it while we was picking it free.
Yep. Free labor. Free labor.
Let's go down to
I'm gonna hit them all up.
go down to
32.
Yeah.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long.
Now there you go. Our sons and daughters being taken away by Child Protective Service.
CPS.
Somebody call them on you if they see you doing just whooping your child. You can't even whoop your child nowadays. Child Protective come take them away.
And they want to do it.
And they want to go and whoop them and put them in a cage. Read.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
That means there ain't gonna be nothing we can do. We can't do nothing now. We couldn't do nothing while we was in slavery, and we still can't do nothing.
Yep. 100%.
Let's try 48.
48. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. And
All right, who is thy enemy?
Everybody
Ain't nobody else. The white man is our enemy,
and all the other nations too.
and all the other nations.
Everybody that want to oppress Israel.
Anybody that want to oppress Israel and keep us in this bondage. Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Now, did you know the Lord sent all these people against us? For everything that we do, the Lord sent against us for we can have the answer to the Gentile for everything we want to do.
Yep.
Even bury our people.
And
got to
he
get a certificate for that.
and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
And you know the yoke of iron, everybody should know that because it's in you can look it up in the dictionary, yoke of iron, and it'll show us. So they're talking about us.
Right.
Let's jump down to 68.
68.
Oh, no, 61, 20.
Okay, 61.
From eating the bad foods.
Right. 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
Oh. You know that from eating, jump to Leviticus 11:7.
Correct.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. Slide.
Let me get it.
I got it. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he chew not the cud.
Does anybody know what the swine is?
Pig,
Pig.
pork,
Pig.
bacon,
Those
pepperonis, sausage, breakfast sausage.
Those what if we swine, we get all those sicknesses from, such as diabetes, gout,
Heart disease.
and all high blood pressure, all these bad diseases, sicknesses. That's what it's talking about in Deuteronomy 28 and 61. Go back to
61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. 64.
64.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other.
As you notice, we have Israelites in the four corners of the earth. They're in all the countries that we can imagine. We are there. We build just about everything on the planet
Yep.
for them.
Go.
Go.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Now you know what the other gods are. Christianity, Muslim, Islam, Buddhist, Seventh-day Adventist,
Baptist.
all these other religions, and most of them the white man made up.
Yep. All religion is man-made. Serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
You know what the wood and stone is, Christianity and Islam.
Right. We hit 68.
Yeah, hit 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
What is Egypt? Go to Exodus 20 and 2. 22.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, man?
You got a quick
got a
second?
second?
Talk? All right. The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is the house of bondage. I'll go back to
68.
Yeah.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Now, as you notice, we haven't seen our homeland again. Our homeland is Israel.
That's right.
And that's in Galatians 4:26. I mean,
Yeah. Want me to get it?
yeah, you did. And no, Africa is not our motherland.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Now you see, Jerusalem, Israel is the mother of us all. And Africa is not the motherland.
Right,
And we are not African.
right.
Bye-bye.
Hey, you got a second to talk real quick?
Let's go back to oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, hey. So, what we got here today, we're showing who we are. The biggest kept secret in the world is about your identity. Who do you the descendants of the slaves, right? Is that fair to say? Okay, that's what you was told. Cool. So what's your nationality? And if you can't use a crayon, or you can't use two different continents to say what you are, then what are you? You cannot. You can't call yourself a black, which is a crayon, a color.
Okay.
And you can't call yourself an African American, because that's two different continents.
Oh, you can't go to the land of black?
You know, you can't get a plane ticket to the...
Can you go to the land of black? So why would we call ourselves black? We call ourselves Israel, but can you go to the... can you be descended from two white men? African American? American?
Set up today. No, but I get what you're saying.
Okay, look on the sign and identify who you are. All right. Now Judah, you might be from Judah, American black.
Yeah, born in America. Black.
So you the color of your hair?
So you are Judah.
It's a different shade.
So you're a Judah from the tribe. You're Israelite from the tribe of Judah. And we can prove that in the Bible.
Prove it.
Prove.
Yeah, let's prove it. All right, so
What are your mission?
Hmm?
What's the mission?
Our mission is to work out the 12 tribes of Israel. To show our people who they are and where they come from. Because if you don't know who you are and where you come from, how can you form a nation? If you can't form a nation when somebody's saying black, somebody's saying African American, color. You can't form a nation. We can't even get restitutions because we're not a nation. The only way you can get restitution, you got to be a nation.
So you trying to form a nation, or you just trying to?
We're trying to work at the 12 tribes of Israel for you, which is the black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, to be awakened to get the kingdom. You know, the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. Get that.
So why do you have a picture of what's supposed to be God?
All right, one is the imposter, and one is the depiction of the real Christ. Can you guess which one is the imposter?
I think that the world has made it so that we can believe that God is Christ. But I personally believe from a spiritual realm that God looks like how you see him.
No. Go with the
I believe he's
revelation.
black too, but I'm just saying.
so you two different things?
No, I mean, I feel like, okay, God is omnipresent, right? He's here, he's there, he's Alpha, he's Omega, he's the beginning, he's the end. So I truly believe that. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm saying like, okay, if you see him as you see yourself because we were created in his own image, right? But he sees him in his life.
Well, we're gonna show you how he look. The Bible tells you how he look.
Yeah, it does. It really does. So I don't see where they got this from.
Where they
His
got it
hair is not like that.
That's a man called Caesar Borgia.
Yeah.
He's the second son of Pope Alexander.
But I'm just saying his hair is not white and stringy.
Stringy, yeah. So in other words, they portrayed him to be Jesus during the Renaissance period.
Right.
That's not the real Christ. Jesus looked like us, according to the
See,
Bible.
that's the thing. That's what you got to do. You got to study to show yourself.
That's
You gotta
right.
read it for
So if you don't mind, we'll show you what Christ looked like. Elder, go ahead.
Revelation 1:14.
All right, so this is the description of what Yahushua or Jesus, what he looks like in the Bible. It's in the book of Revelations. Go to first chapter, 14th verse. It says his head and his hairs were white like wool.
All right, who has wool hair?
As,
What?
us. White like wool, as white as snow. And his eyes was a flame of fire.
That's because he drank wine. That's in Genesis 49:12.
Come. And his feet like unto fine brass. Brass is your color, sis.
Now, do your feet match your face? Your feet, your feet's white and your face.
Well, closely, when you don't, not when you just took socks off, but
That little sun tone.
It's the same color as the rest of your body. You ain't gonna have Caucasian feet in a regular body or a melanated rest of your body. So his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
All right, when you burn something in the furnace, what color do they get?
You say you trying to put it up?
Revelations 1:14.
You got the Bible on your phone?
That's great. I
I'm
want
gonna
to
read as much as possible.
let's,
As much as possible. Unless you like
Right.
to do it.
good. I want to. You need to show up. While
Get
you
to
got that out, you need to take some notes. Because we're gonna show you some things to look over. Like for example,
the curses.
the guy that created everybody, heaven and earth, all people. Do you think God got a chosen people? You know who that is? It's Chinese people.
Oh, you talking about Deuteronomy 7:6.
But I'm working it.
Okay.
Huh? Oh, that's very no, not at all. 0% chance. But God, you agree that He does got a chosen people, right?
Highly
No, I
likely.
believe-
Very highly likely.
See, I like my mind to go sometimes.
Man,
but it's like
I
I
wanna
really
show-
truly believe that we are chosen. But
Who's we?
listen, I was standing here.
What's the word?
What do we call it?
Israelite. Israelite.
Okay, so called black people. I spend.
So I feel as though I just want to have a conversation about it. I want to know why do we have to go through so much? Why do we have to suffer? But you know what? I also feel like if we can ever know who we are and whose we are, then we'll know. Because can't nobody tell you you can't go to college. Can't nobody tell you can't be a successful businessman or whatever else, but that's what they're trying to do. They purposely pull men, real men, from the household. And you know,
Well, we got the answer in the Bible.
right, and oppress us and everything like that. But the thing is, like, when will we wake up and say, hey, we need to come together just like, I mean, back in the day they used to band together like seriously, but when we gonna start killing each other? Why
Before we
these
wake
niggas
up.
sit up here
You know why we
and
do that?
kill each other
You
for
know.
what? Because I live over here and
What?
you live 2 blocks over.
Well, you think of this man.
Ridiculous.
See, that's why they kill each other. They think of this man.
That's ridiculous. Or
They don't think
at
of
all.
they don't think that they are the people of the book.
Right.
When you think of this man, we kill each other because we look at each other We take advantage
But
of each
see,
other.
they also been what's the word?
76, Deuteronomy 76.
True. But to answer her question, Isaiah 1:3, Hosea 4:6.
Like we knew how powerful, just how powerful we are.
But
It'll be so different.
the reason why we in our
Okay, we're about to
situation,
go in a minute. Come on, man.
So
You want to
this,
go to the slide?
Yeah, I gotta hurry up. She got a baby. Get to the point. Get to the point.
Yeah, he ready to go.
Yeah, he gonna get impatient. Gotta just go and let her
the
know.
book of Baruch, chapter 2, and verse 30. On your Bible app, is it the 1611 or is it King James version?
Oh, big
Oh, you big
man.
with that thing now.
No, I didn't stop him.
So this to answer your question right here. It says the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their God. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac.
The land of the promises is Israel.
swing low, sweet chariot, come and take us home. That's what the Bible's telling us. So we are here in the land of our captivity. So why did we get here? Why, like you said, why did this happen to us? The answer is right here in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. If you want to, that will help.
Yeah.
All right, so what we is not told is our forefathers made a covenant, a blood covenant with the creator of heaven and earth. That's all. I think she's gonna get ready to leave. All right, so, all right.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and
That's-
verse 15.
Put that down, that whole chapter, that's very important to find out who you are, your identity.
15.
Yes. Starting from 15. So from 1 to 14, it tells you all the blessings that God was going to do to his chosen people. Not to all people, but to his chosen people. The same ones that he said, let my people go, to Pharaoh. That's you today. You the real Jew. You're an Israelite. You spoke Hebrew before you spoke English. We migrated in 70 AD out of Jerusalem because the Romans, which is your modern day white people, they came and overtook it in 70 AD. We fled into West Africa. And from there, that's when they started the transatlantic slave trade. They knew exactly who they was coming to get. This is what we fled to. If you wanted to come look over here, it's called Negro Land. It's an old map of 1747. It's called Negro Land. You got right here, it's called the Slave Coast. Right here, and if you zoom in, it says Kingdom of Judah, the Slave Coast. That's us. And that's what we about to read to you right here, on how we got to this land. Cool. So, we want to show you real quick. I know you about to get ready to go.
Yeah, because he's getting crazy. I gotta go. He's getting cold out here.
Look, so Slave Coast, right? This is the transatlantic slave trade. They knew exactly who they was coming to get. This is where we came from, this side of the earth, and they started dropping us off, right? So check this out. It's called the Kingdom of Judah. Now, how did this happen? It said that Deuteronomy 28:15.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So from 1 to 14, God was like, if you listen to me, this is during the covenant. You listen to me, I'm gonna put you above all nations. That's Deuteronomy 1 and 1. But if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna put you at the bottom and put all these curses on you, and I'm gonna put you at the bottom of all people. Now the last thing, like from 15 to 68, we're gonna jump. Let's just go to 68 right quick. And then I'm gonna show you 43 and 44.
It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the same place where God said, let my people go, they was in slavery. We was in slavery, right? And he'll let my people go. We went out through the Red Sea. So he said, I'm gonna bring you back into Egypt, meaning slavery, again.
with ships.
How did we get to this earth? I mean, this land. We came over here on ships. Now this was written over 2,000 years ago. prophecy fulfilled, right? Everything ain't been fulfilled yet. So, yeah, we still, right. We still in the story and the timeline, but keep going.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Just like I'm telling you,
thou shalt see it no more again.
as a people, as a nation of people, we have not seen our homeland. We're still in a place that we was brought here on ships. We are descendants of them people. We're still not there. Go
And
ahead.
there you should be sold unto your
And
enemies.
there, when you get off them ships, what happened to us? Yeah, we got sold to our enemies. God's word, not our friends. He says these are your enemies. He says never trust thy enemies either, but we love to trust them. Amber Geiger. But go ahead.
For bond men and bond women,
For slave man and slave woman.
and no man shall buy you.
And ain't nobody gonna take you out of this captivity because we still here 400 years later, right? Now check this out.
44.
43.
Oh, 43.
Yep. Actually, you start at 41. I mean, all of that. Like, all of these are the curses. And they hit. They gonna tell you exactly one people. And it wasn't the Jewish people. It was you. You the people, not the Jewish people. Jewish people took your identity.
I can get
The
your
book
number,
of Deuteronomy,
and I can see you some
chapter
stuff.
28 and
Shout out,
41. Then, thus said the Lord. It's kind of dark. I can't see it now.
41. Thou shalt.
I got it. Thou, 41, thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them,
What?
for they shall go into captivity.
You're gonna have sons and daughters, but you ain't gonna enjoy them because they're gonna go into captivity. This is one of the curses that God said was gonna happen to his people. This happened to us, not the Jewish people. They was only in the Holocaust for 4 years, right? Man, get that mess out of here. Anyway, 43.
43.
Yeah.
The stranger that is within thee
So all these other people that's within thee,
shall get up above thee very high,
yep,
and thou shalt come down very low.
this is the curses to God people.
He shall lend to thee,
Banks.
and thou shalt not lend to him.
Do we got banks?
He shall be the head,
They gonna be the head.
and thou shalt be the tail.
We at the bottom. 30. 30 and 48.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
So we gonna have wives and another man gonna sleep with them. Didn't that happen in slavery? They was picking y'all up like, hey, I want that one right there. Right there in front, right in the cotton field and everything.
But I appreciate you guys. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you.
Just-
Nice
All right,
Aisha.
Aisha, if you can, she can show you.
I'll just read the writing. But thank
go
you very
on
much.
YouTube
Do y'all
and type
just
up.
come out like all the time?
It's
Okay.
we be here, we be on the campus, we try to move around. Because
okay.
not a lot of people gonna understand or are going to want to learn.
That's true. Well,
And scriptures
I-
even tell you that 2/3 of us gonna die. So we didn't even show you none of that. Like
I know,
it
I'm
gets
sorry,
way
just-
deeper. It gets way deeper. It's
But,
very important what you learned here today.
yeah, it really is. Yeah.
So what's your nationality? According to the Bible. Not there you go. All praises.
But
YouTube it out. It's a must. It's YouTube.
I know it's a lie, and I'll have to study. But I do go to Good News Ministries on 88 South Boulevard. So if anyone want to come,
Where's this at?
The pastor is Tanja Thomas.
It's
Good
a
News
woman?
Ministries
A woman?
on 88 South Boulevard. How did you
88
say a
South
woman like that?
Because
You
the
don't
Bible
believe
preaches.
that women should be in ministry?
Well, the Bible, I go by what the Bible say, not emotions and not by what other people say. The Bible says the woman shall not teach, nor usurp authority over the man. She's not supposed to be in a leadership over like a congregation. She's supposed to teach women and children, according to 1 Timothy. So 2 and 9.
All right.
Yeah, so
God bless you.
all right.
Bye-bye.
When y'all meet at y'all, what days did y'all meet at y'all 88 South?
Sunday and we have Tuesday Bible study.
What time y'all do Tuesday?
6.
Okay.
But we're on Facebook too. Good News Ministry.
All right.
Yeah, who's in the army?
I was Air Force.
Okay. I'm the army.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.